the final week of Blue Jays baseball, and we say this?
Impossible.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog, and today we're going to talk everything baseball, everything Blue Jays, everything MLB. But before we get into it, guys, please make sure to smash that like button, annihilate the subscribe button, and do some really nasty things to our sponsorships codes of today, Jays. You know, it's like I went smash, I went annihilate. We had to go
bigger?
one step
Nasty.
further,
A little bit nasty.
for our sponsorships,
Like
which
it.
is today, Jay. So hop onto those. All right, big dog. Oh man, we were on the train. We bought our tickets. It was preseason.
Yeah.
I remember when we made this podcast, I forget the entire name of it, but it was basically it was like you, Darvish, Blake Snell, all of these beautiful boys were going over to the San Diego Padres, and this was in the offseason. We were talking and we were like, we gotta buy our tickets. We bought them early. We punched them in, and we were ready to go to World Seriesville. If the Blue Jays did not make it, then we were gonna hop straight onto that San Diego Padres train. But that train is now forever going to be stuck in the station out of service.
Wait,
dude. They
forever?
are eliminated.
Forever, though?
Well,
Forever?
no, okay, forever. I'm meaning until next year.
No, because I still love them. I still love the Padres. I do. I really do. But the Padres
But they ain't making postseason, bro.
No, they are eliminated. 78 and 77, 3-7 in their last 10. They're still playing today, so that record might change. Maybe they go even. Maybe they get a little bit too above. But it doesn't even matter. They are playing meaningless baseball games, and that's really sad to see. So, Padres fans, I give you my apologies for. I apologize for giving you a little bit of hope if you did watch us. I actually apologize, like for real. Like your whole, even the MLB was like blowing smoke up your ass.
Right.
Everybody was. I was doing it. I'm not even near you guys.
Yeah, they're one of the furthest away teams from our geographical location.
They are. So, what do the Padres need to do next season to get back into the playoff race? In your opinion?
I think that this could be, I imagine that very soon we are going to make a list of managerial candidates on the hot seat. And I could only imagine that the Padres guy has got to be up there, because you look at what's going on with that team on paper. You look at the moves that the management went out and made in the offseason, and the management is probably looking at this team and going, hey, we got everybody that you asked for. We got everybody who looked good. Yeah. Where are the results?
Could it be because, again, I'm totally ignorant. I have no idea what is the problem over there. Pitching seems to be really bad on paper. Offense is good. They're not horrible. They're good. But the pitching seems to not be there. You have Blake Snell. You have Blake. What happened to Blake Snell? Can someone tell me what happened to Blake Snell?
Literally, it feels like all of these elites, you Darvish, Blake Snell, like where are these, like Chris Paddock, Dinelson Lamet, like where are these guys?
Yeah, I
it's like, why are we not talking about them as being like one of the best rotations in baseball?
That's what we thought.
That's what we walked into the season with, So it's like, I don't know, get rid of the pitching coach. Like maybe these guys just need all like new off seasons. I'm not sure.
No idea.
Because this team is supposed to be nutty right now. They locked down their superstar. They got their confirmed veteran in Manny Machado. They got some very good, supporting cast members in freaking Cronenworth and some other guys out there.
Great year.
So it feels like they should be doing it. And with the pitching staff that they brought in, they should be on this train. Mark Melanson. Very good. I don't get why they aren't doing it like the whole season's worth.
I don't get it. If you are a Padres fan, let us know. I don't have any freaking clue. But one thing I do know, the Rays are obviously amazing.
Right.
But this was something crazy. And we kind of tossed this around on our podcast like months and months before. Like maybe a little toss here, a little speculation, a little bit of rumor. But it seems like the rumor might be a reality in about 6 or 7 years. The Rays are planning to advertise in their Tropicana field, in the back part of the Tropicana field, in the outfield, a Montreal graphic during the postseason to advertise potential games being played there after the 2027 contract with Tropicana Field is up. So there were speculations because they have like no fans. They had like 9,000 at a home game the other day. 9,000.
I was looking at it and I don't understand. Like, first off, we're gonna talk about that. But what I don't get is, why don't you have more fans?
I don't know.
Like, why don't you?
I don't know.
Because the Tampa Bay Lightning have fans. I was looking at the numbers. They have fans. Now, granted, they have been winning a lot of games. They're one of the best hockey teams. But these are one of the best baseball teams.
Yeah,
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have freaking football fans. And again, yes, they just won the World Series. Tom Brady, one of the biggest names in all of football.
I'd be a Buccaneers fan if I was in Tampa Bay.
Like, you're hopping on the bandwagon. But, you know, once again, Tampa Bay Rays are winning baseball games. So I don't understand why they don't have it there.
Is it a straight up marketing thing? Because here's the thing, too. Players who are marketed well get attention. You know, you got your Fernando Tatis, you got your Juan Soto, you got your Vladimir Guerrero Jr. These guys are marketed hard. You got your Francisco Lindor.
That's true.
You don't see any marketing with any Tampa Bay Rays players. I don't see shit. So is that a reason? Are they not drawing the fans? Is this more than just a baseball thing?
But it's also it's a cyclical catch-22 thing, right? Because we can only market these players when we have the money coming in to then spend. You know what I mean? So it's like we got to bring the money in to then market them, to then bring more money in, to then market them. So it's this cyclical thing that's going on, and they don't have it right now, which is crazy because they are obviously division leader. Like, they're making playoffs. They're having literally the best Tampa Bay Rays season of all time.
Yes, they are
right now.
I'm actually looking at it.
And nobody is hopping on this train. So frankly, this news where in the playoffs, there is going to be some advertisements basically looking at Montreal. I'm down for it. Now, this is my Canadian bias. I would love to see another Canadian team because I know that Canada loves baseball. I know that Montreal loves baseball.
Whenever pre-COVID, whenever the Blue Jays would play 2 preseason spring training games up in Montreal right before the regular season started, those games would be sold out, and there's 60,000 people that can go in that stadium. It'd be sold out both games. So yeah, it's crazy. And like you said, a Tampa Bay with a 97-59 record is going to be selling their franchise in the next
uno momento,
decade. Yes, go for it.
Hey Siri, what is the population of Montreal?
What is it?
Come on, Siri. So Siri is telling me that Montreal has just under 2 million people. Tampa Bay apparently has just under 3 million people.
Wow.
But nobody is showing up.
Why?
Montreal, I don't know. Montreal, apparently people love it there. I was at a baseball game roughly a week and a half ago. My dad was telling me his old days of growing up in Ottawa, and they would, almost every weekend head off to Montreal and go watch the Expos, and everybody loved it back then. I would love to see Tampa Bay head over there. Now, granted, I like being the only Canadian team. That's nice. But I also feel for those Montreal fans. There are fans out there who are like, hey, I really want a team. We love baseball. It's part of our culture. It used to be a thing over here. Bring the Rays over there. And you know what? They're already our division rival. It only gets even spicier if they make it into Canada, big dog.
I like that. No, I like that a lot. And, speaking of spicy, I know that you have a little bit of a spicy take on a team that's doing well. Do you think it's spicy?
Bro,
you tell me.
You tell me. If it's spicy anymore. I don't even know if it's spicy, man. It's like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
It would have been very spicy.
100%. But my friends, we are talking about the St. Louis Cardinals, and I'm saying it here. I'm saying it right now, man. There is no other team that I like more in the World Series than the St. Louis Cardinals, and I don't even really know why. When you look at them on paper, you see their lineup, you see their pitching staff, you're like, all right, there's some names, but there's a lot more names on the Dodgers, Brewers, and Giants.
Yeah.
But they have won 16 games in a row. In their last 15 games, they are number 1 in OPS. They are second in team ERA. They are firing on all freaking cylinders right now. any opponent. It doesn't matter who they are. They're dropping them, man.
Right,
and that's why I'm saying right here, right now, these guys have got to be considered, for me anyways, the World Series favorites.
Okay, and here's my thing. I hear you. I hear you, because we always said on this channel before, the hottest team going into the playoffs are the favorites. And like, we looked at our Toronto Blue Jays. We were the hottest team in baseball at one point. We said we were the favorites. Now it's not looking like that. All good things must come to an end. And I think that unless the St. Louis Cardinals are about to break an MLB record in games ones that are straight, then they're not going to be going far, because you got to get past, first of all, the wild card game. That's one game with the Dodgers. It's looking like right now. One game with the Dodgers. And then even if you win that, now you got the Giants. And then most likely, then you're probably going to get the Brewers. So yes, if they were to be continuing winning all the way through, then yes. But all good things must come to an end. I feel like it's got to come to an end soon.
Okay.
It's got to come to an end soon.
I'm just pulling up their schedule right now. You're absolutely, because you know what? I'm a little ignorant. I don't know exactly the competition that they've dealt with, but they've won 2 against LA. Wait.
Dodgers
where
or
are we
Angels?
right now? Where are we right now? Okay, we're over here. We're over here.
The Angels. Yeah.
Cincinnati, they won 2. 3 against the Mets. 3 against San Diego. 4 against the Brewers.
That was elite.
4 against the Cubs.
Okay,
and now here we are right now. So you know what? I'll be honest.
The Brewers series is pretty good.
The Brewers series was really exceptional. The rest of the competition, really not necessarily playoff worthy. However, to win 16 games, that is a feat in and of itself.
Taking nothing away from that. Taking nothing away from the 16 wins, that's very impressive. Honestly, I hope that they do get to like 20, because that would be cool. That would be
crazy,
really cool.
Dude. That's insanity.
Who do they have the rest of the way?
That's an excellent question. I wish that I wouldn't have closed my app beforehand. But they got 3 more games against the Brewers, and then 3 more games against the Cubs. So we'll see if the Brewers can slow them down. But I definitely hear what you're saying. And you know what? I'll be honest, like looking at them again on paper, it's like I like those other teams. It's just simply a momentum thing for me. And like, if you picture them literally being a train, like I just see these things moving so
Jack
fast.
Flaherty and Goldschmidt pumping the freaking axles.
It's just ridiculous right now. Like, we are firing. It's like, choo-choo, motherfuckers. Like, get out of the fucking way. And it does not matter the competition. So these Cardinals are looking legit.
Hey, I feel like the wild card will come, and there's the Dodgers with the stick in the tracks, gonna boom, and they're gonna derail them. That's my take.
We will see. Yeah, I mean, a 1-game series, right? A one game series.
That's it.
Anything can happen.
Hey, that's it. Doesn't matter if you won 16 in a row.
But I could definitely see these Cardinals going very far in that postseason. All right, dude. I want to talk a little bit about something that I heard. And you know what? This is kind of speculatory, but at the same point, we got to touch on it a little bit. Marcus Semion leaving the Toronto Blue Jays.
Why would you say that?
Because
why would you say that?
He hinted to it himself. No. We've got so many questions on this channel. Oh, who do we sign? Robbie Ray and Marcus Semion. Like we're playing in some fucking Monopoly fantasy land. Like they don't have any opinion at all. But guys, they do have an opinion. And right now, Marcus Semion is making his kind of clear. He said in an interview that when they were talking about how elite he has been this year, and he has been crazy elite.
To set the stage, like he tied the record for second baseman home runs. And they were like, how do you feel about being like now tying the MLB record for second baseman home runs? He said, that's great. That was it of a sentence. That's great. But I see myself as a shortstop. This is where it's all speculations coming from. So when you hear that, what does that mean to you?
Well, when I hear that, it says to me that he wants that position. He wants to be locked into that spot. Yeah. And he's giving a message to these Blue Jay management, to the coaches, and saying, hey, I have done my part. I believe I signed a contract. It was $18 million, and I believe that I have given you $18 million worth of player and more than that. I've held up my end of the bargain. I want that position. What are you going to do for me? If you're not going to do it, then...
And you know what? Respect. I mean, if we actually look as a Blue Jay team, who's had the most errors, not only on the team, but in baseball? Bo Bichette. Marcus Semion is not even near that. I think he was at 7 the last time I looked.
Yes.
And Bo Bichette's like 20 plus. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So granted, like if I'm Marcus Semion, like I understand that we want to build our franchise around Bo Bichette, but he's got to get better, right? And if you're committing that many errors, is it because he's playing shortstop? Would being second be better? I don't know. But that's respect. If Marcus Semion wants to play shortstop, and if we do want to sign him, there might have to be an agreement that now we're going to flip him. I don't know. Just saying.
And I think that you are absolutely right, dude. However, the reason that we've entitled this clip Marcus Semion leaving the Toronto Blue Jays is because I think that both of us are in agreement that I don't think that's going to happen. Like, I think that Bo Bichette right now is a shortstop.
I think it's part of the plan.
I think it's part of the plan, and it's like until a report comes out in the offseason of Blue Jays experimenting with Bo Bichette at second base, there's no way that I can say, oh, Marcus Semion's going to take over the shortstop, we're going to re-sign him, and Bo Bichette's going to move over to second. Because never once has Bo Bichette played second base. He's literally exclusively been a shortstop. So I can't actively say, oh, Marcus Semion, you have that, and Bo Bichette, you're out.
All right, so odds that with this news being said, odds that you think Marcus Semion comes back and plays with the Jays, whether it be shortstop or second base, odds.
Oh,
give me some odds,
buddy.
You too. Tell me some odds.
It's tough. I'll give it a solid 1-3, maybe less than 1-4. 1-4.
I was around a 1-4 chance as well. Before I was like a 1-3. Now I'm like, now I feel like that comment. You don't just say that comment, and if you want to be with the team next year, you say that as a statement.
Yes.
That's a demand
and
in
frankly,
a contract.
It's also like it increases the price. Okay, you're not going to play me at shortstop. Pay me $3 million extra
to sacrifice this thing
average.
I want.
Exactly. It's like coming from a Packers standpoint, all offseason, it's like we've had players on the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, and now Devontae Adams, for those Packer fans out there saying, hey, I'm the best wide receiver in the game. I want to get paid like the best wide receiver in the game. And he's not going to come back until he gets that. Marcus Semion says, I'm going to be a shortstop.
He's the best second baseman in the game. So if you want to play me in the second base position, pay me like the best second baseman in the league.
Second baseman. You're absolutely right, dude. It literally boils down to that. Are we going to pay this guy extensive amounts of money to be a second baseman, or are we going to let him take over that shortstop role? I personally don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we're going to save that money, go towards maybe Robbie Ray. And guys, we're forgetting about Barrios. We barely talk about that Barrios extension, sometimes a one-on-one, but that too.
It's important.
Mats, depth, bullpen, everybody.
Yep.
Vladdy, hello.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's my 2 cents.
For real, dude. Let's take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays this past week. Looking at what the boys have done. And frankly, guys, I said that with so much gusto and
I was
excitement.
surprised. My gut is hurting. Go ahead. Sorry.
But it wasn't that exceptional.
No.
Tell us about it.
3-4 on the week. We both said we'd meet in the middle. A 5-2. You said more realistically. You said I think 4-3.
I corrected myself to 4-3.
I said 5-2. We went 3-4.
Not a deal.
Okay.
Not
Split the series with the Twins, which at this point was like, thank God, because we dropped the first two.
Yeah.
And we did lose 2 of 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays, which is fine because if you look at the last little bit, the 6-game series that we had, in the last month of September, 3-3. That's what we wanted, right? So some of the critical storylines of this week, and I do want to talk about the wildcard race in a little bit,
please.
But some of the critical storylines is we did lose that critical race start on Tampa Bay on Monday. That was tough. But Manoa with 2 key wins this week. That was very key.
Yes.
That was very key. And I know that you've said before that you're like not sure about him playing in the playoffs. How are you feeling now?
I'm still not sure about it, dude. It's like I don't think I'm going to be sure about it until I see it.
Right. Like in that environment you're saying.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it really does have nothing to do with what he's done this year. And don't get me wrong, he's been exceptional. He's performed under pressure. I love Manoa. He's one of my favorite young players. I think he's got a really bright future. But playoffs are a different animal. And I mean, that pressure hearing having like so many thousands of fans, having the entire Toronto country be on you.
Toronto country. Toronto Nation, baby.
Toronto Nation. You know, it's like these guys are on you. Like they're looking at you.
We're on them. We're going to be on them, you know?
Exactly. Like if you don't throw a strike, like, you know, people
like, what the hell?
Exactly, right? It's a different animal. And don't get me wrong, I want him to prove me wrong. But yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be skeptical until I see him throw 6 innings, you know, 1 earned run or something.
Yeah. For me, I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. I just feel like his mentality is there.
I hope so.
Can the mentality match the body? Because he faced Tampa Bay. He beat Tampa Bay again.
He has.
Again. Yep. He beat the Twins when we needed to. So he's been very clutch down the stretch. And his ERA, I believe, is so low now. It's 3.35 on the season. That is exceptional.
Good for Ricky. Like, could you have asked for any better?
Like, no. At all. Like, I asked if Nate Pearson began the season, when Nate Pearson, I was like, oh, give me like a 4.
Literally.
Give me a 4.
Both
I'll be
of
happy.
us were like, I will take 4.
Take 4. I will take. But this guy coming out of nowhere, and we kind of speculated a little bit in spring training, actually, when he was doing so well.
We were talking a bit about it, but we were also talking like Semion Woods Richardson, Nate Pearson. Like we were on those trains. We were talking like, oh, Alec Manoa's looked really good in preseason. But you know, 3.35. I never could have expected that. So yes.
Yeah.
If we do make postseason, I do think he has earned a start. I am still nervous about it, but I really hope that he comes out and does basically what he's done all season and dominates.
Yeah, we might talk about it a little bit later too, but Manoa is looking like, depending on how the rest of the stretch goes, he might be looking like to be our game 1 starter in the LDS. And we'll talk about that a bit later, okay? And so he might pitch twice for us in the LDS.
Yes, man.
As well this week, Chicken Strip came back, sucked, 5 earned runs.
Yeah,
that was bad.
He's a fried
that was
chicken
bad.
sandwich,
He was
man.
fried, bro.
We don't like any of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was fried enough where I was like, oh, it's golden on the outside. It was so fried.
Yeah.
But,
But like the other team ate it. You know what I mean? Like
they ate it before
ordered
us.
a nice chicken sandwich, and it got shipped to them. And they munched that up and got a nice
dipping
tasty.
sauce.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Nice garlic mayo. Oh, fuck me up. I'm getting some chicken wings later.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. Also, Ray did bounce back his second start. Good. Minnesota took that one. Glad to see.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the offense, though.
Oof.
Oh my gosh. Pitching.
Oof, bro.
Pitching was okay, but the offense was pretty bad.
Yes, man. Not acceptable.
No, it wasn't good. There was a few standout guys like Hernandez and Semion, both hit 3 home runs this week. But in total, in the last 7 days, the Blue Jays offense has an OPS of 679.
Unacceptable.
Want to hear something worse?
What?
An average of 220.
That's really bad, guys.
And an on base of 276.
And the Lord is out.
And the Lord. That's huge, too. The Lord. So, for those who might have missed it, you probably already heard. Come on, let's be real. But if you did it, no shame.
His poor hand.
You tell him. This is your man. This is your man.
His poor hand.
What happened?
Was fucking annihilated by some dude who thinks that he's serviceable at baseball. Absolutely ridiculous. Randall Grichuk comes out of nowhere and says, as a ball is being flown out to the outfield, "This is my ball." He, calls off the Lord. Okay, fine, no worries. And because the Lord even was trying to make a great play for the Blue Jays, get this thing out, Randall Grichuk just stamps all over this fucking guy's hand, our hottest hitter. He just annihilates it. It's like, how dare you get in center field and just fucks it up. And now he's out. Our hottest hitter is out. Thanks to Randall the Handle freaking Grichuk. Ridiculous.
What a fucking bastard.
I was appalled, man. I was appalled.
I mean, I wasn't happy.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? And literally, it's like you want to sit him after something ridiculous like that, but we can't because he just took out the replacement.
That was all part of the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all part of the plan.
Yeah, no, he's out there. He's in the bench, thinking about, okay, how can I get rid of the competition right now? Stamp all over it. Ruin our chances.
It's like, but Randall goes to Bo, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Bo's like, what are you talking about, Randall? No, I need more playing time.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. You know what? In all honesty, guys, that's not what happened. It was an accident. but I am upset about it.
I know. I am too.
upset about it.
To put in perspective, Lord. He was up there for RBI leaders after the All-Star break.
Yeah,
the
really
leader is
good.
Teoscar Hernandez, but I believe he was either second or third in that category.
Good, yeah.
He was our best offensive player, one of our best since there, besides T.O.
Big blow.
It's a big blow. Hopefully, I haven't heard a single word. We were speculating when it happened, like hopefully, like
he was in the dugout. He was looking like decent, you know.
Yeah, like the X-rays came back negative.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he can be best. Like best, he comes back sometime at the end of like the New York series.
Would like that.
Likely, maybe playoffs, which is, I mean, that's literally
Fingers
next
crossed,
week, but we'll
sooner.
see.
Fingers crossed.
We'll
it's
see,
sooner.
but
You know, hopefully. Again, Randall Grichuk didn't mean to do it. Complete accident.
Yes.
So we do feel for him. I assume he feels bad, but hopefully he can make up for that by being very good on the
Playing.
field. I hope. All right, let's take a look at who the freaking best guy was.
Yes.
We'll do that.
I was gonna say, like, do you want to look at the wild card real quick?
Sure.
Want to look at the wild card? Okay.
Sure.
Because this is what everybody was looking for. So, guys, Yankees and Boston. We're recording this on Sunday. They play primetime tonight. Either way, does not matter. Whoever wins doesn't matter because we will be a game back.
We're gonna be one.
We're going to be a game back.
Yeah.
Whether it's New York or Boston. Who would you prefer
New
to
York.
win? New York.
Or not to win.
Win.
To lose. I want New York to lose. Yes, I want New York to lose because then we'll be one game back from New York. And at least in that sense, we control our own destiny. We have 3 games against them. And it's like, if we lose that series, okay, we're screwed. But if we win that series, then kaboom, we're tied with them now.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a 3-game series against Tampa Bay Rays.
Ouchie.
And we're going to have 3 games against Baltimore Orioles. So if they lose and then we go 2-1 in that series, then I still really like our chances because we got 3 against Baltimore, one of the worst teams in baseball, and they got 3 against one of the best teams in baseball.
Yeah, we're gonna. You said your point. We'll get into some details on matchups and stuff in a little bit. But before we do, guys, we do have to announce the best player of the week with the Jay of the Week. All right, everybody, it's time for the Jay of the Week. So, looking at the offense, wasn't too many guys. Like we said before, Hernandez, Semion with 3 home runs. But the guy who raked in 2 W's in a 3-4 week, you got to give some credit to that man. And that man was our rookie starter, Alec Manoa. Woo-hoo!
Let's go!
Yes.
Alec Manoa, with 2 very critical dubs. We needed them this week. We needed more dubs, to be completely honest.
We did.
At the end of the day, he got it done. And yes, we don't look too much at wins and losses, but in a week where you only get 3 wins, and this guy got 2 of them, I have to give it to Alec Manoa.
Pretty critical. I mean, like over the week, this week, he had a 3.09 ERA, 4 earned runs in that time, so 2 per start, and then 15 strikeouts and 11 2/3 innings.
There you go.
What else could you ask for a freaking rookie to do? So, Alec Manoa, congratulations. Let's hope that you get those wins. Maybe in the LDS.
Yes, buddy.
Maybe
yes.
in the LDS.
Let's take a look at those
Let's
critical
look at
matchups. Looking ahead at this next week. We have 3 games against the Yankees starting on Tuesday, going until Thursday. Then we got another day off, and then, or I believe it's Friday through Sunday.
Friday through Sunday. Yeah, so we have day off Monday. So 6 days straight.
So let's take a look.
Let's do it. Okay, so there has been no announcements yet on Sunday on who's starting when, but I can only have speculation because obviously we want Ray to be matched up in the wild card game, and Ray. He said this. He's made it very clear. He wants to be every 5th day, right? So in order for that to make sense, and it does, they are lining it up very strategically, that Ray would pitch Thursday against the Yankees, which I'm really happy about because we do have that off day.
Well, frankly, when you're looking at what games we need to win, yes, we need to win the wild card. But we need to win these ones first.
We need to win these ones first.
So let's get our good guys against these guys ASAP Rocky.
And you made it clear there too, because not only is Ray going against the Yankees in that critical series, but Barrios is also going Wednesday, and he might be matched up against Garrett Cole as well. So that also the reason why I'm only speculating, I don't know if it's true because they're doing a weird thing with their rotation. The Yankees, they're doing like a 4-man rotation. They've cut out the crap and they're just playing their great guys in Cortez, Cole, Kluber, and Montgomery.
I mean, frankly, it is working with them as of lately. Yeah. So
they've had the off days to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know when Cole's going to pitch, but it looks like he will pitch against us.
We'll deal with him at least once.
Yeah, we'll probably deal with him to match up for that 163 or that wildcard game, and then Matt will probably go Tuesday against Kluber, maybe.
So what do you got, man? They're in Toronto. It's really tough. They're hot. We're not so hot.
No. Well, do you want to get... that's the thing. I was thinking about this on the train.
I can't.
Exactly. So what we're referring to is what does our analytical brain disassociate what I want to happen versus what we think is going to happen?
Frankly, my analytical brain thinks we lose too.
We lose too. That is what my analytical...
I can't actively
But how
say
do we...
that,
the final week... of Blue Jays baseball, and we say this?
Impossible.
We can't.
Impossible. Yeah. And frankly, too, it's like, okay, my analytical brain, let me convince my analytical brain. Okay. Where are we coming to? We're coming back to Toronto.
Coming back to Toronto.
The second that we're in Toronto, we are a different ball team. The second that we're away from Toronto, we fucking suck.
We are pretty good against Cole versus most teams.
We're pretty good against Cole. Absolutely.
We've got our best pitchers like Ray and Barrios going.
There can definitely be an argument here where we win this. I'm not even being suspect here. It's like we could win this.
We could. So for this final breakdown, guys.
I'm obviously saying 2-1.
I gotta say 2-1, but you obviously understand that you can see the argument that the Yankees are hot as ever. Yeah. And if they win tonight, that's 6 in a row for them.
It's such a coin flip, bro. Though. Right. It's really like I do think we can do this. But we have to perform. We do.
The offense has to wake up.
Exactly.
They woke up a little bit today on Sunday.
We are capable of doing it. Our team is... frankly, the way that I feel about this right now is the way that I feel about my Green Bay Packers against the San Francisco 49ers tonight. Yeah. We are very capable of doing this. Could do it. But, I mean, I could also see the reality where we get smoked here.
You're going to face some resistance, though. There's going to be
some serious resistance. But for the sake of argument, 2-1. That's what we're saying. Okay.
So we got 2-1 or 1-2 with the realisticness. But against Baltimore, though, we can actually say confidently, we have Manoa, maybe Ryu on Saturday.
Guaranteed
and
going
Matt's
2-1.
We gotta go 2-1.
If we can't do that, then we have no business even sniffing the playoffs. There is no reasonable. No.
That's a must. We said that the Minnesota series was a must. It's not. Okay. Now it's a must.
Okay. Let me just go down the rabbit hole right now because I'm sure that you guys are interested. Yeah. Let's just say we go 1-2 against those Yankees, and let's also say that the Yankees lose tonight. Fingers crossed that they do.
Okay.
That would mean that we're now 2 games back from them.
Yeah.
So if we were to go 2-1 against Baltimore, is it possible for us to still make it?
If the Yankees get swept. Then yes, because we would gain 2 games. We would be tied with them now, and we'd play at 163, probably against Cole or Montgomery or some shit.
Everyone, first things first, we need the Yankees to lose today. That is critical.
That's critical. So if they've already lost, we're good. But if they've won, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble.
Then, if we did lose the first, we cannot get swept. We're done if we get swept. But if we lose this series 1-2. Then we have to sweep Baltimore. There's no questions asked. We also need to ask, beg, plead, pray, just hope to God that the Tampa Bay Rays can slap around those New York Yankees, and that will be the only way that we can do this.
Guys, it's going to be tough, man. This New York series, we're going to go live for 2 games during it.
Right,
I know some of you guys are a little bit afraid of that idea of us going live.
16-4, baby.
We're 16-4. 14.
Excuse me.
Can you imagine? 16-4.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
16-14. But we have to go live because this is probably the most important baseball we're ever going to play, other than the Baltimore series.
Other than the playoffs.
Other than the playoffs too. Yeah. So from an analytical perspective, excuse me, I would say we go 3-3. But that's not going to make playoffs.
No, it's not going to make playoffs.
You're probably not making playoffs. So we're not even considering this. depending on what happens on Sunday, if New York does win, now Boston is only a game ahead of us.
There's so many. Honestly,
we
made
suck.
that video about what happens if we tie, and I was like, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I really think like we're gearing up for the possibility of a tie here, my friends.
Yes.
And then you better believe that we're going live for game 163 because that's gonna be nuts.
Oh yes.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I hope that we can deliver the to New York.
Yeah.
And we also need them to lose tonight. But if fingers crossed, if all that stuff doesn't happen, at least we make it to game 163.
Yeah.
And then we just gotta pray, man.
Guys, we gotta pray. It's hardcore. We gotta believe in the Blue Jays. We gotta go. Let's go Blue Jays all week. That's all I'm gonna be thinking about.
Well, you know what? That's a great transition, big dog, because you have also got to get the prayers going. You are not dead in the water yet.
Dead yet, baby.
And this, honestly, man, I'm kind of happy that you did what you did.
Rather than this being a waste
because
week.
you know what? Now it's at least exciting. Everyone, it is time to spin that wheel. The spinning fortune baseball colorful future determining stat analyzing and it's a wheel that we spin every week. It's time for that wheel.
Yeah, baby.
And Adam Peddle did exactly what he had to do, man.
Sir.
Tell them about it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your boy got 2 category wins, and Nick got 0. And you're asking, wait, I thought there was 3. Yeah. Well, we actually tied because Jake Lamb, we made a qualifier midseason that if a player didn't get at least 10 at-bats, then it doesn't count. So Jake Lamb, with that, only got 7 at-bats. So we for the J of the week,
did that category.
we did that category. That category was X-Nade.
Yes, which was the worst J of the week. So he picked Lamb, I picked Springer. That didn't count, but you did take me in those other 2 categories.
I did. RBIs, I had Hernandez who got 6 and Bichette with 1. Also, just shout out Vladdy with 0 RBIs this week.
Ridiculous.
So Triple Crown, bye. Sorry, it's not happening. Sorry, guys. But then for ERA, you picked Barrios and I picked Ray and Manoa. Ray and Manoa both had better ERAs than Barrios, who got a 4.5 ERA.
Okay, so paint the picture right now. It's 35-33.
Yes. So what needs to happen? I can't even take 2 of 1 because then you would be at 36, I'd be at 35. You would win.
Right.
I have to sweep. There's not going to be a tie unless there's an X-Nade category.
Yes.
So I need at least 2. I need to go 2-0 like I did this week, or 3-0 to win it all.
2-0 just ties.
And 2-0 just ties.
3-0 to win.
Yes.
Okay, you cannot let me take a category, and I do believe it is my
It's your week now. It is your week now.
Guys, if you're Team Nick, then we do have the advantage, but Adam is, he's in an underdog position where he could sneak in there. Let's spin this thing. Give me the bonus player. I've been spinning it for you all freaking year long, man. It's time to get some myself. It doesn't look like it's going to be this time. Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Worst J. It's going back, but it's worst J.
Worst J.
You want to go first or second? It's up to you.
Second.
Yeah, because I have no clue.
Second.
I need to focus up.
Yeah, you gotta focus it up, dude. You gotta win this category. This is the one I'm letting you go first in.
Randall Grichuk. Randall Grichuk. Randall Grichuk.
I wanted it.
How dare you kill the Lord?
Yeah.
Karma will come back to you.
How dare you, bro? Oh boy. Who's gonna get enough babies? Who's gonna get enough babies? Who's gonna get enough babies? Is Valera gonna get enough ABs? Like, I don't even know.
No, Espinal's back now.
That's the thing.
So.
Like, I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to pick one of our like good starters and just hand you the category, you know. But it's like, I'm thinking about like one of the catchers, like Jansen or McGuire. But that's the thing. It's like, will they get enough? You know. I'm gonna pick the wankster, bro.
Wanky,
I'm gonna pick Reese McGuire and just like hope that he just makes it into the ABs.
That's true. That could work. That could definitely work.
We'll see. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Come on. I put the juice on this swing.
Next 2 are you.
Bonus.
Next 2 are you. Next 2 are you. Oh, it's coming. And it's passing.
Spin around.
And runs. You go first.
Oh,
got my handy dandy runs. Okay,
man, who's gonna score this week?
I'm looking at the runs.
Yeah. Who did? Okay,
Hernandez got 5 runs. He led the team last week. Gurriel with 3, but he's injured. Semion with 4. Springer with 4.
I got 2 guys that I'm eyeing. I'm not sure who to pick. Who's gonna have the week?
Who's gonna get a lot of runs?
You know what? I am gonna pick Marcus Semion.
I wanted Marcus Semion. I wanted Semion.
Yeah, it was close. But
I'm nervous. I feel like with Gurriel out now, Hernandez, the runs are gonna start dropping because he was the guy driving him in. I feel like I have to go with either a Vlad or a Springer. I feel like I have to put my faith in the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I have to put the faith in the Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Come on. Respected.
Come on.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Give me the bonus. Fingers
crossed.
Last
category.
Last
spin
of the year.
Last spin of the year. Wow, what a year. And no bonus. It's looking like home runs. What a way to cap it off, because we always do that. And it's you. It is you. Home run leaders last week were Hernandez and Semion with 3, Springer with 2, and that Gurriel's out, but he had 2. But that seems to be it about the main guys.
Man. Okay, so this is where strategy comes into it, bro. And I'm like, do I just pick Vlad to just like cut my losses and like play safe and hope for the dub?
Right.
You know? But I'm not sure if he's gonna have the most home runs this week. Like, I don't know if he's going to actually do that. Hernandez looks like the choice. Like, he looks like the choice.
He's getting hot again.
But it's like, if I'm wrong, then you could sweep me.
This is the whole freaking year. It's down to this.
I hate picking last. This is so hard, man. I don't even know. I am gonna pick Vladdy.
Do it.
I'm gonna pick Vladdy. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Vladdy, this is the moment where Vladdy can determine if he's gonna lead the league in home runs or not. Is Vladdy how badly does he want MVP? How badly does he want his team to make playoffs? He's the guy, make it happen. I'm trusting the dude who's done it all year long.
I am going to go Semion because he's also another guy who is breaking home run records. Yep. So I am going to go with Semion. So we both have a Semion and Vlad, and then a Wanky and a Gritch. What a week. This is coming down to the freaking wire, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, so let us know in the comments down below who you have for this week. I do think it's very, very close, and Adam needs this week to win anything else, and it's yours. And it's going to me this year. You know what? Frankly, dude, GG in advance, regardless of what it is. I'm happy that we got this competitive. At the beginning, it looked like we were taking off with it. We had a good resurgence, and this is a great way to end it. Coming down to the wire. So, this has been a fun little spinny wheel thing.
So I hope you guys enjoyed as well, and I hope you guys also enjoyed the show. This is one of our last shows. I believe we're going to do one more. We have to do one more Blue Jays show next week.
We're definitely going to figure out what's happening in the off season, what we're going to be doing. We'll be having a little team meeting and breaking down where we're going to be doing that. And what's going to look
because guys, the next little bit, the whole schedule is going to be thrown up in the air because there's playoffs. We're going to be going live a bunch, especially if the Toronto Blue Jays can make it. So you guys it's going to be a wild month of baseball, and I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I hope you guys can come along with us the entire time.
Yes, please. Everybody, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about this show, anything that we talked about, the wheel, the Jays, the Padres, freaking anything. Let us know in the comments down below. We truly appreciate it, and we will respond to you. That's part of being part of this community.
You guys can also check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, and Breaker. If you also want to see other parts of our community, check out our Instagram, check out our Twitter, check out our TikTok as well. We're posting on there more. And guys, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. It helps our algorithm. It helps us get noticed. It helps us support the channel. And today, JAYS is our code. Use that code to get discounts and deals that you saw throughout the entire video. And if you want to support us even more, if you're like, you know what, this isn't enough, betting and subscribing and liking, I'm gonna put my hard-earned cash and become a Patreon, because it's only $3 a month, and you can come on to our show and talk to us about the Jays winning and stuff. And thank you to to all of our current patrons that are currently being a Patreon. We have a new one on here. Oh my gosh, we got to get the new one. We got to get the new Patreon on here, everybody.
Get it.
I'm going to shout you out, you loyal person. Eric Carudo, thank you for becoming a Patreon.
Baby. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today. Oh, go Jays, go!
Also, if the Packers won, give me a go Pack, go down there, guys. I'm gonna be really upset if they don't.